Audio article by the Common Constitutionalist entitled Obama Crime Syndicate Extorted Cash for Friends. Those who love government love it in part for its authority to regulate evil private sector industries. Of course, this is redundant because, as we all know, all private sector endeavors are inherently evil. All private sector corporations would purposely poison, maim, and or kill all of their customers if it weren't for government regulation forbidding them from doing so. So when our government watchdogs sniff out a company which has produced a faulty product or otherwise swindled the innocent, you can bet a hefty financial penalty will follow suit. Yet, as we've known for years, and others are now discovering, the Obama government was not as much an industry watchdog as it was possibly the world's largest crime syndicate. Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire reports on a Fox News story that broke just Wednesday. Quote, advocates for big government and progressive power are using the Justice Department to extort money from corporations, unquote. Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch told Fox, quote, it's a shakedown, it's corrupt, pure and simple, unquote. So what's this all about? Well, yesterday Rush Limbaugh explained the basic parameters of the slush fund scheme, and it would make the mob proud. Obama's Department of Injustice, under both Loretta Lynch and her crooked predecessor, Eric Holder, would file a federal complaint or suit against the corporation they deemed was doing something that they weren't supposed to be. And as they are the arbiters of everything just, their judgment of wrongdoing was, or is, without question. The thugs at justice would then publicly announce the several billion-dollar fine they would impose on the evil doers. It's now out there in the press, which satisfies the public that our government has our backs. Case closed, right? Wrong-o. Publicly, the case appears closed, but not for the Obama crime family. Justice would then quietly approach the offending corporation and make them an offer they would be wise not to refuse. Holder or Lynch would give the company a choice to either pay the multi-billion-dollar fine, in some cases, in full to the feds and or the aggrieved victims, or take what's behind curtain number 2. The second option was to pay a fraction of that amount, but donate it to one of the administration's chosen radical leftist non-profit organizations. A few of these are the National Council of La Raza, the National Urban League, and the National Community Reinvestment Coalition. The others aside, you don't get any more radical than La Raza. Fox reports that, quote, so far investigators have accounted for $3 billion paid to non-victim entities, unquote. We often wonder just where these organizations seem to find what appears to be unlimited funding to power their perpetual protest and antagonist machines. Well, wonder no more. Our own government is consciously foregoing fines to the general fund or to wronged victims to instead funnel millions to their partners in crime at these lefty activist groups. But Democrats care about the little guy. Right. It appears to me to be just another eminent domain scheme, but instead of the government seizing property for use by another or to prevent something from occurring like drilling, the federal government is seizing cash for several radical leftist activist groups. It's really no different than what Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton have been doing for decades, shaking down corporations for cash. And why would it be? Jesse and Al are just glorified community agitators, just like our former president. You do what you know, right? But really, now that I think about it, Jesse and Al have kind of gotten the shaft. They have to at least work to obtain their ill-gotten cash. These other groups don't have to lift a finger. They have the most powerful syndicate on the planet extorting on their behalf. They just sit back and watch the bags of cash roll in. If I were Al or Jesse, I'd be deeply offended. Thank you for listening.